Hello, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Also, welcome to your mid-month reading, mid-month June. So see this as mid-month June until about mid-month July. Okay. Happy birthday, Gemini. It is your month. Gemini, what is going on for you? Mid-month. Gemini. We're going to start with 3 initial cards here. Actually, I'm in the wrong deck. Thank you. We're going to start with this deck. And we're going to start with 3 cards. Archangel Raphael, provider of healing of mind, body, and spirit. Such a powerful card. Tree of Life there. Second card out. We're starting with 3 initial cards in the right deck, and then we're going to move on into deeper and deeper energies here with these cards. And it's a general reading, so anything and everything goes, so take whatever resonates. Gemini, mid-month, June, July. What is going on? The entire deck. We're not going to do the entire deck, but it's a little bit typical Gemini that we have a lot of things going on at once. You're like, what? No. No, I don't. Gem. That's the second card, and it's gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. Might be Pisces influence. You might have Pisces in your chart. You might have a Pisces. Do you say Pisces? Around you. Might not have anything to do with that. Let's see. We're going to go deeper into these energies and see what they're about. There's a lot of healing there and a lot of gratitude. Jeez. You want them all. Okay. Well, since it's your birthday season, so why not? So for the third spot, oh my lord. We have resilience. Rise above trials and tribulations. Is that what it says? No. Rise above tribulations. Rise above tribulations. 7 heavenly virtues. Such a beautiful card and such a beautiful energy. And self-reliance. And these 3 are coming out in the same spot. So they're like coming out together. And I love how this is like, it's very much the same color scheme I find in these. It's like, no, there's a lot of things like going on here. And we're rising above something, like, and it's still sort of seeping in a little bit in here, but then it clears up. Then it's like it's a clear movement forward into the self-reliance, self-realization, I want to say. So, something becomes very clear. We're coming out of it like a little bit of a, do you feel that? Like a heavier energy there, a little clouded, that sort of seeps into this next step or next level. But as you're becoming clear and it is becoming clear, it's becoming self-realized. This might also be a Taurus influence. So somehow, some way there might be a Taurus influence in your life. Or you might have Taurus in your chart, or you might actually be a Taurus Gemini cusp sign. Like you're born at the very end of Taurus or like at the very beginning of Gemini, and therefore you're a cusp sign. Okay, going back to the start here, Archangel Raphael. So I'm so drawn to the Tree of Life there and the butterfly right next to it. There's some huge transformation going on with you, Gemini. I don't know if it's, I mean, it's your birth season. It's Gemini season right now. And there's a lot of like renewal, rebirths. Probably you think a lot about like, okay, you're starting this new year. It's your birthday. It's another It's another number, because I don't believe in aging in that sense, but it's another number for sure. And there's something with this tree of life, like something is coming alive, something is awakened. And I want to use the word finally. It's finally transformed. So I don't know if you have like undergone some it's almost like we put like the car in the like, you go with the car to the mechanic, you want to sort of get like an overall I can't think of the Swedish word for it even. Rekond. I have no idea what that is in English, but it's like you just go through everything in the car and you clean it up and clean it out, like from the inside out, and just a complete, like you just renovate the car. It's almost like you've done something like that with yourself, Gemini. I don't know really how to an inside out cleaning. So maybe if I translate that, maybe that is like you've gone to a massage therapist, you could have gone to a therapist, you could have gone to someone that's just helping you look more closely on your inside. It might be like a little bit of a glow up, like you really have tended more to yourself, like health wise, you might have watched your weight a little bit come more into a healthy regime. It's like an inside out transformation, and it's a finally, like there's something that is like falling into place. So with this tree of life, do you see how this is like, it's coming out from Mother Earth, but it's like growing inside of your heart. There's a big shift there happening. Like it's happening. It has probably been going on for like quite some time, for a couple of years now. But it's like you're coming into the final stretch of this. There's like this, I'm getting dizzy as I talk about it. I guess I got dizzy for someone else. Who was that? Okay, Aries comes to mind. I don't know if it was Aries. Excuse me. Like there's a grand... I have to trust it. Aries comes to mind. I have no idea. I don't like recall one bit what that reading was about now. But maybe you want to check out the Aries reading as well. There's something about like when something has like this huge impact, like an energy shift is going on, to the point where I'm being a little bit affected by it. Like it's taking me back a little bit overwhelmed. So there's a big shift there. There's a huge transformation going on for you, Gemini. And then we have the gratitude card. Be grateful for all you have. And it's like I always see this as the chariot, like this, almost looks like Raphael, like the picture of Raphael there again. Or at least the same woman. Sorry. Maybe some coffee will fix it. Yeah, do you see in the palm of her hands, or his hands, whoever this is for, that you have all that light, and then you have horses. Horses are running, like at the very front, like around the fingers, and then at the very far back there, around the thumb, there's this person steering the horses, but it's nothing, there's no, what is that called? Reins? It's just a man, like they're really, really attached to the horses, and you see all that light that is coming out of your hands. Like there's so much movement forward, there's so much light, there's so much fire, action, moving forward, and it's in the palm of your hands. And even though, and this is very much the chariot card, where there's a man, you know, also driving his horses. Can you say that? But it's without the reins. It's without there's no attachment between the horse and the man. But it's like that connection anyway. Like you are so connected. You feel the movement of it. So perhaps it's like something that you just feel the shift, and you feel the big movement take place. You're not really attached to the outcome, and you don't physically just know just yet what it really is about. But it's like an emotional, spiritual movement. Does that make any sense? And it's gratitude. So like there's so much to be grateful for. You probably have a lot in your life right now to be grateful for. Even if you just think about it a little bit, like it's something immediately is going to come to mind what you have to be grateful for. And then I see this big seashell, huge seashell. Okay, something is happening here simultaneously, and I have to say it. The other day, I was doing a reading for some other sign. Excuse me. And it was very unsettling because at the very end of this reading, there were seashells. There were seashells on the shore. And for the life of me, I could not think of the English word seashell. I always came to the just snäcka, which is Swedish, to put the seashell, like to listen. And then today I see this huge seashell, and all of a sudden that word comes to mind now, and it's like it's so satisfying that like, oh, seashell, that's what it's called. I haven't thought about it one bit in between these readings, but now it's like coming back to me. And there's something with the readings here. There's something about it that like, so that could perhaps be Taurus that's tied into this reading. Like there's a continuation, but there's something simultaneously for you, Gemini, that, okay, so there's something a moment ago that you sort of can't get a handle on, or you can't get an answer to, or you just can't figure it out. It's right there. It's right there, but you can't figure it out. And when you least expect it, probably when you least expect it, / when you're in the least resistance to the answer, like I have no resistance to the answer now, it's something is going to come to mind, or it's going to be apparent to you what it is, and it's going to be such a satisfactory moment. Like it's just gonna, like, oh my God, that's what it's about, or there's the answer, or that's what I've been waiting on. And you might not even remember, like I was sitting down here doing the reading, I wasn't walking around still thinking about that word that I couldn't come up with. And so I don't think that you walk around being that annoyed by it, or being that like expectant of it, like can it just for the love of whoever show up. But in the moment when it comes, or when it comes back around, or you just understand that here's the answer, is going to be so satisfying, okay? But this big seashell is about you just paying attention, putting your ear to the ground, and just really listen right now. There is so much movement forward. I don't know where I'm being taken today. I'm trying to not judge either myself or you, because there's a judgment here on my part, and I do apologize. Because I'm thinking the thing that I'm about to say. Immediately I'm thinking, I don't know if they're ready for that. I don't know if, should I just bring that up in a it's not even in the extended, like it's just for random Gemini. It's such a judgment on my part, and I do apologize. So I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe that's why my throat has been, I don't know if you guys have trouble with your throat right now, trouble with speaking your truth, putting your foot down, really show something about yourself, or feel a little bit like you are lacking being heard or understood in a certain situation. So perhaps just as I said that, my throat thing clears up, and then it was for you. But it can also be for me that I'm a little bit afraid of speaking what I just saw here. So, and then it's a wrap. So I don't have to, I just have to drink a little bit of coffee. Okay, on the bottom here, it's like I get this image. This image is one thing, and this image on the bottom here is something completely different. It's sort of like an underground situation going on. The thing is that it's not an underground thing. It's a space thing. So I see a UFO here. I see a ship. Do you see that right there? That to me stands out there to me today. I've never seen a UFO ship in this card ever, but today I do. And I see these children here. That's not so strange because they're always there, and it's actually kids. This probably is some jellyfish or whatever. So I see this UFO and I see these kids, and then the story comes in about, what were they called? Stars. I think I hear star children. Star children? I don't know if that's the word that I heard before or seen before, but I just know that there are people, there are actually people, and here's my judgment that you are not ready to hear this, or that you're going to laugh a little bit at this because it's like, because you don't know about it. And probably 70, 80, 90% have never heard of this, and maybe like 10 or 1% have. So it still is coming through, and so I'm saying it. Some of you guys could have children in the ethers. You could have children that is not born, that is not physically here on planet Earth, but you have a strong connection. Ooh, that might be a little bit of the connection here as well. Like you're separated physically, like the man behind their horses is separated physically, but there's a strong bond still. You still are very much in connection to this child or to these children. That in fact that you do have, it might be coming, because I don't feel like I could say, and you, if you have those children, you know about them. You might not know about this. This might be the actual first time you hear it, but as you hear it, it strikes a chord. There's something to it that is true within you. Maybe go online and search this a little bit more, like star children, or like having children in the non-physical. So they're actually you're linked to them. They might, from what I know, from what I know, it's they speak a different language. From what I know, they don't come into this planet physically. The most common thing is that when you have develop those relationships, they rarely come in here physically, but some of them might, like you have already developed this relationship with this child on the other side, on a non-physical, like in a different dimension, and actually developed this so strongly that it just feels like you have this connection to a child, and they will be born this lifetime. Whether you're a woman or a man, like you're going to be a mother or a father to this child. Okay? So that is obviously not going to be for everyone. If you're intrigued by this, I would look it up. I would sit in meditation. When I say look something up, the first thing I do for myself is to sit in meditation and find out, what does this mean to me? Because if you go online, there's going to be so many things that mean so many things to so many other people, and it might not be your truth. And then you're a little bit colored by it because you have no initial information. So I would start with sitting in meditation and just ask, like, what does this mean for me? Do I have a connection to a child in another dimension, like in non-physical, like we were before we came here? You have this connection to this child or children even. And then if you feel called to it, just Google star children is what I hear. I don't think I don't know if that is the name I've heard before. If it's star children, or, well, you will find it if it's meant to. Okay? Moving on. Then we have this resilience, and I already sort of talked about this because it feels like we're coming out of this situation. It started with this big transformation. There's a fiery element, like there's something really on the move forward, a big shift. I hear this, it's almost like a big wrecking ball, like a big, but it's not up in the chain, it's like down on the ground, like a big cement ball that is like rolling in the gravel or something. Like it's a big noise. There's moving forward with such power. And there's something about, maybe I saw that, but I didn't record that I saw it. But this is sort of the gravel, the ball rolling in the gravel. It's usually, I would see that as a moon, but I can take that as a ball right now. Wow. That is just rolling, and it's like such a force. And you better run, Forrest, because it's like, I don't feel like it's so much rising above tribulations. I think that was before. You probably have been, I don't know why I'm getting that, but like you have raced time, like you have competed with time. And now it's almost like you just better catch up now. You have put this ball in motion. It's a really good metaphor. This snowball effect, this ball in motion, and it's like so on the go, on the, like there's, usually it comes from when someone has asked a lot. Like you have just really asked the universe for answers, for manifestations, for like wishes to come true, for like a health situation to change. Like there's a big asking here, and it has been set in motion. And I just see this lady here running today. It's almost like you better keep up, Gemini, because it's freaking, you know, it's getting moving. The momentum of this is humongous. And then it seeps in. Do you see that? It's like this energy, it just seeps into this other side. And here we have the 7 heavenly virtues, which is just so brilliantly beautiful. It's just, and then the sky opened up and it started raining. Like is when the wishes are coming true, the question has been granted, the, you know, everything, the answer is coming back around. It was lost there for a bit, and then all of a sudden, seashell, it's coming in, it's raining on you, and it brings you into this, like, here's at first glance is a little bit like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe that it starts to happen. And I love that we can see really the difference between you and the universe. Like you don't see where you start and the universe ends. It's just a blend, a beautiful blend. But here it has become like more crystallized. It's almost like you've stepped into, at first glance is a little bit overwhelming. Oh my goodness, here comes the answers. Like here's the answers. Here's the manifestation. Here's what I want. And it takes a little moment, but soon enough, Gemini, you're gonna find you're quite comfortable being in this gorgeous relationship, or you're quite comfortable being rich, or you're quite comfortable being completely healthy, or like whatever this is for you, stepping into this next, because I just feel this humongous transformation going on there for you. Humongous transformation. I'm going to take this into the extension and see what else I can find there for you. I'll see if there's a little bit more about the star children, but just generally like more this big shift, this big, what is it that's coming in? If you're feeling drawn to this reading, if you feel drawn to this message and are just really curious about to find out more, you're so welcome to the extension. Those 2 links to that is in the description box. Just go read about them and see whatever fits you better. If not, thank you so much, Gemini, for coming here, watching these videos, taking time out of your day. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would highly appreciate if you did that as well. It really helps me and it really helps the channel. So thank you so much. See some of you guys in the extension. Bye. Happy birthday.